what's up you guys, this is Rob from Gay Plays, and today on The Snapshot, it's all about finishing as sexily as possible when we take a look at Excalibur's Radiant Finish. So you can pick up Radiant Finish for 25,000 standing after you've reached rank 5 with either Steel Meridian or the Arbiters of Hexus. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, let's take a quick look at Radial Blind's mechanics. After its initial animation, Excalibur blinds all surrounding enemies within his line of sight. Enemies who are aware of Excalibur but take cover out of his line of sight have a small time window to be blinded as well. Enemies that are blinded cannot directly target Excalibur or other friendly units, but may attempt to attack their last known locations. In addition, if the first attack to strike an enemy is melee based, they will take bonus damage via a 4x stealth damage multiplier, normally. This Syndicate modifier alters the ability, leaving enemies open to melee finishers. Now as you know, melee finishers ignore armor and are granted a massive damage multiplier. In this case, take that damage multiplier and increase the damage dealt by 300%. From playtesting, the bonus damage that Radiant Finisher grants is affected by power strength. Now I've got some good news and some bad news. Now, the bad news is that finishers don't work on a majority of the infested, and it has no effect on robotic enemies, rendering this mod wasted on a majority of one faction and half of another. However, you will still get the stealth damage multipliers granted by Radial Blind. Now as for the good news, from playtesting, equipping the Finishing Touch mod on your melee weapon will grant you bonus damage. Speaking of bonus damage, this will also synergize with effects from squad mates like Molecular Prime, Roar, Sonar, Total Eclipse, Savage Silence, and so on and so forth, allowing you to score hits for over 1,000,000 points of finisher damage. Now as for the build. This is my standard Radial Blind build, swapping out Natural Talent for Radiant Finish. Now, I'm gonna say this straight off the bat. This isn't about ridiculous damage numbers. This is focused on balancing range, efficiency, duration, and damage. While this particular build does reduce power strength by 60% from a maxed overextended, from playtesting, equipped with the Syndo Prime, I was still able to one-shot level 95 Corrupted Bombard Extremis, and that wasn't even when it crit. Now, if you need bigger damage numbers than that to inflate your EPing, feel free to swap Narrow-Minded with Constitution and replace Overextended with Natural Talent, or how much ever power strength you need in order to compensate for whatever it is that you are lacking. But in this build's defense, due to the fact that stealth finisher animations can take a while to complete, I found that running the extended duration version works the best for me. And anyway, if I wanted extra damage, the helping hands of a few squad mates are always a great way to help you finish. So thank you all for watching another quickie. Be sure to stay tuned for more Syndicate snapshots here at A Gay Guy Plays.